With YouTube demonetizing independent media, please consider becoming a patron today for just $1 per month. Link below. Star Wars Boba Fett movie in the works with James Mangold. This news to me is awesome. It's amazing. I'm excited for this one. And no, I'm not a Disney paid shill or anything like that. I'm clearly just a fan of the franchise. But I've always wanted to see a Boba Fett movie because I want the character explored. Unlike some people, John Campea, that doesn't want to see a Fett movie because he doesn't want the mystique of the background explored. Like, I don't know, man. Like, you really know where to go but up with Boba Fett. So why not give us something? I mean, the Boba Fett video game was pretty cool. You know, there's supposed to be like the 1313. I think that was dealing with bounty hunters, or that was going to be it. Maybe Fett was involved. But, you know, of course, there's the famous, the fact that this movie's been on the back burner now for a couple years. I'm glad to see making its way back out. So it says the hunt is on. James Mangold is writing and will direct a Star Wars standalone movie based on Boba Fett, the feared bounty hunter and fan favorite character. The reveal comes as Disney and Lucasfilm prepare for the release of Star Wars a solo Star Wars story. It says here Lucasfilm is developing a slew of characters or movies on slew of characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi and everything else. It also says here that it was rumored that Simon Kinberg, the writer-producer behind the X-Men franchise and films such as The Martian, is also working on the Boba Fett movie. While Lucasfilm and Disney won't make any official confirmation, sources say that Mangold will co-write the script with Kinberg, who will also produce the film. Kinberg and Mangold are close, having worked on Logan, the X-Men spinoff that earned high praise last year. Earned high praise. How about earned a lot of money and was nominated for an Oscar? Like, you know... whoever wrote this article, clearly, who wrote this article here, it doesn't. Oh, Boris Kit doesn't understand the significance of Logan being nominated for an Oscar. No, Logan was nominated for best adapted screenplay. It should have gotten a best picture nod, in my opinion. Logan was just so well made, so well done. Mangold is a fantastic director. The Wolverine from 2013 I thought was excellent as well. And I really loved that film, and I loved Logan. And I've liked Mangold. You know, he did Night and Day with Tom Cruise, which is actually a surprisingly fun movie. Now, the thing with this, though, so a Boba Fett movie, watching the Solo film last night, you can see kind of what they're going to do with this. Clearly what's going to happen is this is going to run parallel, I think, to the Solo sequel. And that kind of makes sense in terms of what Disney or what Lucasfilm, I think, wants to do here. Lucasfilm realizes that they're running out of steam on the episodes, right? They need to end episode 9 and then move forward. By that, if they want to move to Han Solo, well, Han Solo, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there's ties to Star Wars Rebels, right? In terms of the timing of when things are. And so right around that time, at least. So it's what we're seeing is like the birth of I want to say like the birth of that pushback against the Empire. And so as a result of that, you know, there's going to be lots of crime, and there's going to be bounty hunters are going to be needed. And so having Solo do what he's going to do and then have him meet Boba Fett, and then maybe they interact, right? Because just imagine in the Boba Fett movie if Solo shows up, or, you know, in the next Solo movie, Fett shows up, which I have a feeling that's going to happen. But if like he runs afoul, because I mean, as far as we could tell, you know, Fett and Solo, like I always kind of felt they had a history. I always felt there was a history there. I never read a lot of the EU stuff, so I don't know if there was, if they touched upon it at all. But I always kind of got that vibe from watching Empire, that like that's how Fett was able to figure out Solo. Like he knew Solo's tricks. And then going back and watching the special edition of Star Wars: A New Hope and seeing Fett in, you know, Mos Eisley Spaceport. You know, when Jabba's there, like, you go, oh, like, okay, maybe, you know, like clearly they have to know who each other are, right? Even if it's like tangentially, they have to know who each other are. So at that point in time, they're going to go and like have a crossover. And I don't think they're going to be friends, but I could see them being like maybe rivals, maybe, you know, like, he never trusted Solo, but he kind of knows how he thinks. Like, I think that's how this whole thing's going to play out. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that there's going to be a big thing with that, because that to me feels like the logical course of action, right? Because I have a feeling that where Disney's going to go next is they're going to go prequels. I really feel that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to go prequels, I should say prequel to A New Hope, like like the birth of the rebellion leading into that, and then leading in to Rogue One, maybe, because Rogue One kind of set the stage, but I think they're going to tell us all the stories leading up to Rogue One, which some people may not like because they don't want to be stuck in that particular episodic saga, or like the stories that are kind of running parallel to the episodes. But at the same time, I can also see it happening, and if done well, it would tie into this greater, you know, Empire saga sort of thing, and that could work out well. And I may be the only one who wants that, but that's fine with me because I can only speak for me.